again, John here with another late June unboxing. Trying to catch up, so let's just dive right in here. Alright, it looks like for the June month I got the little goodie, the little extra of the 1-Up card to help clean the games. So that's pretty cool. Can definitely use those. Alright, first game here, starting off with tradition, NES games, and the first one is Flight of the Intruder. Now, I didn't know much about this game, but when I put it in to capture footage for this, I found, at first I was like, oh no, I'm not going to care for this one. It seems like too much of a simulator, and I'm usually not a fan of those. But the more I played it, the more I got into it. I started figuring out the controls. They're still a little bit hard to deal with, but it was fun. I started hunting down these other fighter jets and figuring out how all that worked, and I ended up having some fun with this and actually progressed to the second level, so I didn't play much more after that. But I am looking forward to going back into playing this one a little bit more. Next one is Spelunker. And another one that Video Games Monthly has figured out that I like are the arcade ports. One of my favorites that they got was Popeye, and Load Runner was another good one they gave me. And Load Runner, the cover looked pretty similar to this, the same style anyway. It's probably done by the same company. But as far as this one goes, this one seemed a little bit harder than a lot of the other ones. Like I kept dying because my jumps were too big. And so this is one I'm going to have to figure out a little bit more, spend a little more time to kind of get the hang of. It wasn't like one of those typical arcade style where you can just jump right in and go. This one took some finesse, and so I need to develop that finesse and tinker around with that one a little bit more. Next one is Rampart. And when I first started this game, I thought, oh no, this one might be one of those I need to sit down with for a little while and really figure out. Eventually I figured out how to place my cannons, and once I did, this game seems like it's going to be pretty cool. I'm really excited to have this one. I'm pretty sure I put this one on the wish list because I did some research in the Pat the NES Punk's Ultimate Guide to the NES Library, and I think that's why I put this one on there. So next one we have here of the NES games is a black box classic, Kung Fu. Yes, I actually don't have this one. I've been collecting NES games for, once I picked my NES back up again, it's probably about 13, 14 years now I've been collecting NES games, and I still never got this one, so I'm glad to add this one to the collection. I don't have any like fond memories of this one from the past, but it's a well-known classic, and growing up I saw this at plenty of my friends' houses and played it a time or two. And the next one, Super Nintendo game, Out to Lunch. This is an interesting game. I like the art style. I think the graphics are pretty good in this. You have to go around capturing anthropomorphized ingredients like tomatoes and mushrooms and eggs, and you have to hit them and then capture them in a net and then put them in a cage, obviously so you can make lunch. So interesting concept, pretty fun game. So there is the June box, and I thought today my July box was coming in, so hopefully that's coming in tomorrow, and I'll get that video out on time, unlike May and June. See you next time.